Show him some love, like and subscribe.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's got 44K. Here, let me here's the link to John Salzman. All right. Now, let's get this was, did he put it in the description? Okay, this was submitted as evidence by okay, yeah. So Meade County Sheriff's Office narrative of the Patrick Joyner high-speed chase, shooting, and tasering by J.J. Scarborough, the jailer of Meade County, Kentucky. So if you guys remember this is J.J.'s claim to fame, is that he shot a vehicle. Since we haven't seen this published yet, we have chosen to do so for YouTube record. Okay. Questions have been risen regarding the thoroughness and accuracy of this report, the circumstances of the incident. Freeman Press is currently investigating this matter. I don't think there's any sound to it. Okay, so this was submitted. He somewhere in the comments he puts that this was submitted by Amber in the Chris Ryder defamation case, or what I guess is defamation, right? Harassment case.
I don't follow that shit.
I know. So whatever the fuck they're in right now, and she submitted this as reason. This is how dumb it is. She submitted this as evidence that Chris Ryder was lying about her being in the car. Now, Freeman Press has also shown videos of JJ saying that, telling Wrangler with Amber sitting there, that they have gone out and served warrants together. Just those two. So, I mean, this is not definitive. I don't, but this report is pretty fucking incredible for everything that it lacks. And for how poorly written it is.
Like I said, third grade must have been really hard for him.
It's fucking incredible. It's what laziness coupled with no oversight looks like.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
All right, I'm going to start it. Okay. So the Kybers report, I don't know, Kentucky IBRS, I'm sure it's like internal reporting, some kind of reporting system. Synopsis: the offender failed to yield for a traffic stop for running through a stop sign. The offender then led law enforcement officers on a pursuit that ended at Highway 60 and Guston Bellevue. I don't know how they pronounce that. Bellevue Road, let's just say. The offender investigation. The offender was observed by Meade County jailer running, that's JJ Scarborough, running through. This is just the way this is written. The offender was observed by the Meade County jailer running through the stop sign. It sounds like JJ was running through the stop sign. So the very first fucking sentence is fucked. But anyway, look, I've never written police reports when mass sergeant.
I mean, it starts off horrible. Nobody identifies themselves. I mean, I've written hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of reports, and you always start out with, on this date, I worked this shift, and this is what I was assigned to, and I responded to. Upon arrival, this is what I found. This is like the who, what, when, where, why, how is not there. And they keep calling this guy the offender. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
He's an offender of a traffic offense, but he hasn't been convicted. He hasn't got I mean, I don't know. It's just weird.
Also, why would they not? Any situation report, any intel fucking report, any intelligent, IIR thing, anything like that. first of all, you can't write passively this way.
No,
It's really fucked up.
It is, and it's horrible. And once you do your introduction portion of your report, and then you start into your report, a male subject was operating a motor vehicle who passed through. This subject became known to me as, and then give his name, and then use his name throughout the report. And in this report, they just keep calling him the offender, even after they name him. It's just, you keep going. This is just, like I said, third grade was hard in Kentucky.
So before we go, we got 61 good motherfuckers here. We're just shy of an hour. In case you don't know, what law enforcement experience do you have?
Who?
You. Like, what's your law enforcement experience? Like, I don't mean like
I watch
forever.
YouTube.
Like, how long have you been doing?
I watch YouTube. I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night. So I got like 30 something years in the military. A lot of that was military police. I think it was like 20 something years of military police time, and 10 years, almost 11 years, civilian police officer in a municipality.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's all. I just wanted to try and like, so
I was also a traffic accident investigator, been to the school for Reconstruction. I did some MPI stuff, military police investigations. I did some DST time, which is drug suppression team. I started a drone program. I ran a regional drone program in Massachusetts for all of Central Mass. So I got a little bit of experience, but not much.
Just a tad. JJ, I'm trying to find where JJ has claimed he is a post-certified law enforcement officer. Freeman Press went through. You can go through the database. Apparently, it's all open source stuff. You can go through the database, and it shows that JJ is not post.
Well, he's never been to a police academy, so he can't be post-certified.
Yeah,
they go through when they get elected, they go through like a 1 week fucking corrections class or something. And that's only if they want to get paid for something. I don't know.
This is pretty good from fucking Mugster. MSG was around for Reconstruction. I thought I was old.
Yeah, Reconstruction of the pyramids.
What was it like serving under George Washington? Okay, the offender
was an asshole.
At this time was observed by the Meade County jailer running through the stop sign at Old Ekron Road and McCoy Road. At this time, the Meade County jailer activated. See, they're doing that to meet. Well, whatever. Okay, Meade County jailer activated his emergency lights and siren to attempt to stop the vehicle. Like, why don't they say like what the jailer was doing? The vehicle then turned around onto McCoy Road, crossing the railroad tracks, making a right turn onto Railway Street. I feel like that's kind of, I mean, this doesn't say anything. Okay. The offender then approached the intersection of Railway and Hayesville. He once again did not stop at the stop sign and made a right turn onto Hayesville Road. The vehicle at this time appeared to be pulling over. Again, it's like just basic grammar. I mean, I would get hammered if I turned something, if I report in like this. It would just, I can't. At this time, the vehicle came to a stop and the passenger door started to open, the passenger, was given verbal commands to stay in the vehicle. By who? I guess we have to assume it's by the jailer, right? Because at this point, they don't introduce anybody else. The passenger then opened his door again and attempted to get out, at which time, why are you putting this shit in here? The operator pushed the passenger out of the vehicle and fled from the scene. The offender then traveled down Hayesville Road and made a left turn on Old State Road. He continued down the road until he reached Guston Road. He then made a left turn. Once he reached the intersection of Guston Road and Highway 60, that's what you just fucking said. He then made a right turn going westbound. Once the offender was on Highway 60, the vehicle reached speeds in excess of 100 miles an hour in a posted 55-mile-an-hour zone. The offender slowed down his vehicle while approaching the intersection of Highway 60 in Guston, whatever, Belleville.
So he was the offender, then the operator, then the offender, then he.
And then he.
Yeah, it's.
No, this isn't Amber's report. This is the police report. This was what was submitted for the shooting. I mean, it's way worse that it's not Amber's. Okay. Yeah. Offender, operator. The vehicle attempted to turn down this road from Highway 60, but appeared to have lost control of the vehicle. I swear to God, these people, they barely graduated high school, maybe. Like they've heard about the English language before. The offender's vehicle spun out of control and came to a stop at an angle in the roadway. By the way, JJ has said on here that he pitted the vehicle.
Where's JJ's report?
Yeah, why didn't JJ write it?
The initiating officer, he should have wrote a report.
Right? And probably because they're trying to cover up some shit.
Well, it's probably because he doesn't have any capabilities to use the system that the sheriff's department does for writing police reports, because he's not a policeman.
Well, he'll say, I'm a law enforcement?
No, it's a sworn peace officer.
Sworn peace officer. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, this is where it gets good. The offender's vehicle spun out of control. This is so fucking good. All of this spun out of control and came to a stop at an angle in the roadway. Okay. Again, all of this is just creative writing. You don't need like half of the words that are in this.
There was somewhere, but appeared to have lost control.
Right.
How does that appear? He either lost control or he didn't.
Exactly. And then it's really because JJ is making this fucking story up. The guy probably lost control and then JJ shot at the goddamn vehicle. Okay. But exactly right. What does appear to have lost control look like? What is that? At an angle in the roadway. Okay. What angle? Why is that important? Who gives a shit if it's fucking cattywampus on the fucking road? Unless there's a purpose behind it, but they don't ever give a purpose for that angle, right? For mentioning it. The Meade County jailer positioned his vehicle to block the offender's vehicle. What's that?
I'm just saying hi. You can keep rambling.
Okay. The Meade County jailer, sorry, because I'm looking at the screen here. The Meade County jailer then exited his vehicle and drew his service weapon and started to give verbal commands to the operator. Again, operator, offender, at which time the Meade County jailer identified the operator as Patrick Joyner. How? Did he get a fucking ID from him? I mean, probably what he's saying is, I know who he is because we were going to go serve a warrant against him or something.
And usually jailers don't go out of the jail to go serve warrants. That's
right.
Not a thing.
This is really fucking Roscoe P. Coltrane and Boss Hogg. I mean, it is fucking. So it's just crazy. Reading that, you're like, come on. I mean, we've been watching Meade County, observing the goings on in Meade County for a couple of years now. Shit, right? 3 years, maybe.
Yeah, about that.
Fucking crazy. Kentucky, man. Meade County should just, it's its own reality show there. You know? The fucking YouTube has been a blessing and a curse for fucking Kentucky.
I'll tell you what, in North Carolina, when I reported my truck being stolen and that stuff, the log entries that were made were a better report than this crap.
I mean, this is straight shit. It not only is it just severely poorly written, it doesn't tell you anything. It really doesn't hardly tell you anything. Except for that these guys are fucking retards. Okay. The offender, if you've said he's Patrick Joyner, then just like now you're going back to offender. The offender did not follow any verbal commands and continued to restart his vehicle. Okay, then how did you identify the operator as Patrick Joyner?
He probably knew him. He's probably had him in jail before.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of times if you know who somebody is, yeah, I was able to identify as
right, but
you don't have to have an ID or anything like that if you know the person or a person known to me as.
But you would put that in the report.
That in the report.
Yeah,
like I said, this isn't the report. This is like an after action thing that the sheriff's department did, trying to make it look like they looked into this.
Yeah, it was the mayor's son.
And yeah, mayor in another town, I believe.
Okay, let's see here. The Meade County jailer stated, okay, but also, okay, sorry. The Meade County jailer stated, comma, that the entire time the offender was attempting to restart his vehicle, he remained in eye contact with him and had a blank stare on his face. This is my favorite part of this. I looked into his eyes, man, and I saw death. Also, grammatically, it doesn't make any sense. Who remained in eye contact with him? Did JJ have a blank stare on his face? This is fucking.
Isn't that normal for him?
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Microwave. What's going on? Haven't seen you forever, man. How you doing?
I like this woman. She got balls. I like that.
Fuck yeah. What's going on?
I'm trying to give you guys a place to come.
I don't know why this always makes me laugh. Yeah.
Yeah. Turdville, one town over. There you go. It's right next to Ballsack Junction.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Why isn't this? God damn it. Hold on. Is this something's fucking? Okay, no. Okay, they're working. That's going up. Okay. Yeah, JJ said this kid thanked him. So JJ looked dead in his eyes, right? The offender was eventually successful at starting his vehicle. Now, hold on. He said he was successful in it, then he says he wasn't, but successful at starting his vehicle and backed it up a few feet, turning his wheels away from the Meade County jailer. Why did he then repositioning them towards him? The offender was then revving up his engine and the vehicle started to move towards the Meade County jailer. So mind you, he's feet away from the jailer. How far away is he from the jailer? From JJ. The Meade County.
It's also called officer created jeopardy. When you place yourself in front of a vehicle, you don't want to be in front. You don't want to be in back. Ever. Every time I watch something on YouTube, I see a police officer walk around the front of his car. In between the car he just stopped, I cringe.
Yeah. I mean, just as a regular person, like
if I was going to do a passenger side approach, I walk around the back of my car and then walk up to their car. Don't ever go in between. Oh my God. All they got to do is put it in reverse and crush your ass.
Well, how about this? The next sentence, the Meade County jailer was pinned in between his vehicle and the offender's vehicle. So, okay. So within this time, the guy started his vehicle, but the vehicle wasn't moving. It says here in a second, it was off. He was still trying to rev it or something. So he backs it up. And then in this time, JJ, in that short of time, so the guy is feet away from him, is what he's saying, right? At the time, the Meade County jailer discharged his service weapon. Weapon? So he took his weapon from the jail and had it on him as he's out serving warrants, I guess. Discharged his service weapon several times through the windshield of the offender's vehicle in an attempt to stop him. Really, to kill him. And you didn't do that. You were pinned. You were a hood JJ is a hood length away from this guy, from the fucking windshield. Fucking, I don't know what they carry, if they carry a 9mm or 45 or what they carry, but
it's irrelevant.
It is. You're fucking close to that. I get it. Bullets are going to do weird things when they hit that glass. They're definitely doing weird shit when they hit that glass, but if you magged up on that kid, you're going to fucking, also, they don't tell you how many times he shot.
No.
Discharged his service weapon several times. Several fucking times. What is that?
Is that 3 or a dozen?
The offender then put his vehicle in reverse and started to back away. So at this time, the Meade County jailer then discharged his service weapon into the engine compartment and towards the front tire area in an attempt to disable the vehicle and prevent another pursuit.
So I guarantee you that's never taught in any police academy, that is, especially post-certification. You do not shoot a vehicle to disable it. That's a big no-no.
I mean, I don't know how cops are, but if you're the only reason you should be pulling a trigger, your only intent should be to kill somebody. Like, that's it. I mean, obviously not, I don't mean range, but like if it's person to person, I mean, I don't mean with a cop necessarily. I get it, for you guys it's different. But to me, it's like, if you're going to fire, there shouldn't be like a warning shot. There's no warning shot or whatever. It's like,
there's no warning shots. You don't shoot to fucking injure somebody. You don't, it has to be a deadly force situation. It can't be, officer induced jeopardy, which he ran out in front of this guy's car.
Yeah.
I don't know why he ever left the door of his truck or whatever the frig he was driving.
And then why not try and kill the dude? You've already tried to kill him. Why now did you go to disable him? Why did you? Also, this is all horseshit. This is all fucking horseshit. JJ freaked the fuck out and shot the dude's car. It's pretty fucking, I mean, but even if it did happen this way, why would you go from lethal to disable like that? Like, come on. You've already tried to kill him. Like, you're in it. I don't know. I'm not a cop, so I never have been, obviously. But okay.
Well, if this was a real cop that was doing it, he wouldn't be a cop anymore.
Yeah. Meade County Jail discharged his service weapon into the engine compartment. So what did he do? So he went to the windshield, right? I want to talk through this because I want to visualize. He's shooting at the fucking windshield. He stops shooting because the guy backs up. According to this report, he stops shooting. The guy backs up. JJ thinks he's coming back to him again. So instead of going back at the hole you just punched in that windshield, you're gonna go shoot the engine and then and maybe the wheel. This is funny. God. I was like, oh, I don't really care. And then I read this and I was like, oh my fucking God.
Yep. 3rd grade. It's hard.
Okay. This was successful at disabling the vehicle. I highly doubt that. During the invasion, our 5-ton that we drove in got shot, and we had a belt get loose and 2 tires shot. That didn't disable the fucking vehicle. I get it, it's different than a car, but still.
Our Humvee, the only thing they ever used to take out on that was the AC condenser.
Yeah.
And the turtle bag.
However, this last the sentence is crazy here. However, it did not stop the offender from trying to restart the vehicle. So the vehicle, he shot the engine, shooting the engine and the tire somehow magically turned off the engine. At this time, Chief Whited and Constable Greer arrived on the scene and approached the driver's side of the vehicle. Of which vehicle?
So where did this constable guy come from? What the fuck is a constable? I gotta look that up.
I probably just what they call their cops that are non, but out of nowhere. So they just like, okay, so these guys showed up. Again, I mean, you probably say like, well, the radio dispatch, okay, but at this time they attempted to get the offender out of the vehicle, and he gripped onto the steering wheel, preventing them from removing him from the vehicle.
We got a constable in Kentucky is another elected official, constitutionally authorized peace officer who serves the justice system by delivering court orders, serving subpoenas, and executing warrants. He's elected by district. They often work in rural areas or support local law enforcement. Let's just give a bunch of people that have no training a gun and a badge.
Hey, hold on just real quick. I just want to respond to my parents. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, but Joey, I bet they went to some type of law enforcement academy. I love Joey's thumbnail.
I know with the John Saltzman. That's what. Sorry.
Yeah, we have constables in Massachusetts too, and they serve papers. That's it. They don't carry guns. They don't. They're a pain in the ass, is what they are. But
I'm opposed to dildos.
Goddamn right. Kentucky speaking. Kentucky. God bless you. Okay, sorry. Okay. The offender was then given more verbal commands to get out of the vehicle, which he refused to comply and resisted the officers attempting to get him out. Oh God, that's written like shit. At this time, how would you have written that? Right? We got verbal commands. He refused to come out. We had to physically remove him from the vehicle. Is that?
Did we miss the part where it said that JJ holstered his weapon?
Oh,
I read that in there, and I'm thinking to myself, you're on a felony stop and you're putting your weapon away, and you don't have this guy in cuffs yet.
Yes, where was that? Because I feel like no, they haven't said it yet. Because you're right. I remember thinking that too. Like, wait a second, what the fuck? If the guy really did just try and hit you with his car, if that really did happen, and you just fucking shot up his fucking vehicle, why would you think the situation is done until you get him in cuffs? I remember that. Okay. I don't remember. We haven't gotten to it yet. The offender was given more. Okay. At this time, he refused to comply. At this time, Meade County jailer, through an opening in the passenger window, deployed his taser. Why is an off-duty jailer wearing a taser and a service gun? The taser was partially successful, but the offender was still holding on to the steering wheel. So that means it was unsuccessful. A second taser deployment was initiated and was effective, incapacitating the offender enough for the officers to remove him from the vehicle and effect the arrest. So JJ shot at this dude multiple times, couldn't get enough, shot at him again, couldn't get enough, tasered him once, couldn't get enough, and went back in for a second taser. Fuck yeah, JJ.
Just they get really wordy in here too. Second taser deployment was initiated and was effective in incapacitate.
Right.
If it was effective, it was effective. The offender was then taken into custody. That makes my head spin. I'd be embarrassed.
Oh no, it was secured by the detective.
Yeah, and when did the detective get there?
Right.
He just all of a sudden secured.
And is that? I mean, maybe that's supposed to be a thing that every officer involved shooting, everybody gets tested. I mean, with that, I don't know how your experience says to that, but Do they drug test you
Well,
after every time you shoot?
I've never had to, in the civilian world, I've never had to discharge my firearm. So,
Fucking, that's good shit. That's good policing right there.
well, de-escalation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's impressive. That's impressive, truthfully.
I mean, I could pretty much talk a nun into buying a diaphragm.
I mean, and it's not like you're like some pussy ass cop. I mean, we're seeing the videos, and also you race motorcycles. It's not like you're trying to stay out of trouble.
Yeah, but it's just easier to do it that way.
Six Oaks, I do see your question. I have no idea who issued a service weapon. I mean, the thing with this is now a court document too. So Amber submitted it as evidence, and this thing definitely raises a lot more questions than it answers.
So is Amber a constable as well as a nurse? Who's Amber? That's his girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Is she also a constable?
Nope.
Well, maybe maybe he takes a nurse with him because he's going to shoot somebody.
Well, he's also just trying to show off. It's his subordinate. The dude who shot this vehicle fucks one of his subordinates and takes her as a civilian and takes her out on felony arrest to serve felony arrest warrants.
They don't.
I know.
That doesn't make any sense.
Sorry, here. It said we didn't. However, it did not stop the offender for trying to restart the vehicle. The Meade County jailer then holstered his service weapon and approached the vehicle. That's right. Okay. So that's a big one, actually. Thanks, Bernsey. I thought we hadn't gotten to it yet. Okay. So the vehicle's disabled. According to JJ, the engine is off now. He shot the engine off. The vehicle's in the road. The dude is still in the car, trying to rev his engine, which that means it won't turn over or something. So JJ holsters his fucking weapon, and then Chief Whited and Constable Greer show up on the scene. I mean, tactically, this is just fucking terrible.
Yeah, it's until that dude's in cuffs, somebody's got to have a gun out. Well, and if you're the initiating officer, usually it's you.
And he fucking puts himself in between two vehicles. Shoot. I mean, this is just crazy. Okay. Okay. Once the offender was placed under arrest, the Meade County jailer's firearm was secured by Detective Rowley and given to me to place into evidence. What? This feels really not good chain of custody, right? Once at the detention center, sorry, I asked you a question.
There's just so much shit missing out of this investigative narrative that, I mean, this isn't even the initial. There should be an initial police report, and it should have been written by Scarborough because he's the one that initiated it. But he's not on the sheriff's department. So who does he write? Does he write his own jail report? There's just so many liabilities with this whole thing.
Yeah. Dr. Phil, I mean, that would seem like, that would feel like that would be kind of a natural progression, I guess maybe, but like, but at that point, he's the only one on scene. Also, it's just tactically bad. But it doesn't say anything about a taser. It sounds like they went up, they got him off the car. They went up to the car, tried to get the guy out. JJ on his own went to the passenger side and tased him twice.
Yeah, and my other question is, there's no mention of any type of injuries or anything. If he got pinned in between two cars, I would think there would have been some type of injury that requires EMS.
And again, I don't know if it's illegal for people in Kentucky to carry tasers. I don't know how that works or whatever, but this is a dude who's an off-duty elected official running around with a taser and a fucking sidearm and shooting at motherfuckers. putting himself at risk. Yeah, that's what they tried to say up in the beginning. He said it was pinned between the two.
I would like to see somebody do a FOIA request for the initial, the guy that they arrested. There should be a police report on that arrest. I would love to see that arrest report.
The media tried to get it. In one of the articles, they said they couldn't get it, that there wasn't one.
Oh my God. Well, then
Yeah.
how the fuck did they arrest him? What did they
Well, here's what it did.
unlawfully arrest him?
Once at the detention center, the offender was given a urine test and returned positive for THC, AMP. I don't know what that is. Whatever. It's ecstasy, weed, and speed, probably. A urine test also conducted at the Meade County jailer resulted in all negatives.
What, negative urine?
So now they put a date in, right? Now they put a date in, but how long after? When is this date? Because they don't ever fucking. Do they ever give a?
No,
They never give another date.
they didn't give a, like I said, who, what, when, where, why, how, if known.
Holy shit! So now,
Like I said, third grade was really hard.
so on April 30th, I mean, again, you haven't established. You've talked about 5 different people. I'm assuming Sheriff YT'er did this. I obtained and executed a search warrant on the vehicle used in the pursuit by the offender. During the search, I located a digital scale that had white residue on top of it. I was able to use the residue on the scale to field test it. It came back with a positive result of meth. The scale was sent to the lab to confirm the results on the field test. So, yeah.
That's search subsequent to arrest. Okay.
The individual in the vehicle with the offender gave a statement to the Meade County Sheriff's Office. So this is the guy who was pushed out of the car.
The passenger.
Yep. He stated that when the officers pulled behind their vehicle, the offender stated, how is this dude not an offender? That he was going to run. At this time, the individual asked the offender to let him out. At this time, again, at this time, he asked the individual offender, the individual asked the offender, whatever, to let him out. At this time, he opened his door, but was instructed to return inside of the vehicle. He stated, again, exactly, by who? He stated that it was at that time, it felt like a push and the door frame hit him and the offender drove off in his vehicle. That's the only, she didn't submit the whole police report. Because it does say that it says it up top. Kentucky IBRS. Are you looking that up? Kentucky Uniform Crime Report and Uniform Offense Report.
I don't see any numbers on it.
I mean, did they try and is she submitting what? Also, why would this be? But it says Kyber's report narrative. Huh.
What report number? Who is the officer making the report?
To the page bottom, which
This is just.
okay.
Oh, there we go. Oh, there's the ORI. That's just their NCIC number, and there's the incident number. So this happened in when? 2004?
No, 19.
2019.
Yep.
They got a weird numbering algorithm.
Kentucky? No. So yeah, so that's it. Thank Freeman Press. Oh, I'll make sure to put this in the
So that incident number doesn't make sense. That's nothing more than a date. 04 1998.
Maybe the 90 Meade County, April 19, the 98 maybe is the 98th report of that year.
And maybe, but usually you have to identify a year in there. So that's 04 2019.
Yeah, because they wait.
All right, so that's April
It's April 19th.
19th
Because
or
they-
April 2019.
Yeah.
It's the 98th report for that month.
Yeah, because they do the April 30th on the. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, all of ours are like, it starts off with the year. Like this year would be 26 dash whatever, 126 dash OF, which is a report, dash AR, an arrest report, dash AC, accident report. I don't know. It's weird.
Do you see this by Freeman? Amber is actually a deputy jailer peace officer as well. That's why she can go serve arrest warrants with JJ, I guess. I mean,
But they have no training. How are they able to go out and do this with no training?
what I
They get a week's worth of correctional training, and they're elected and appointed as a peace officer, and they're out there just.
Yeah, there's a section of people in that little world that still believe JJ. I mean, I don't know how I don't know how as a competent person you could look at JJ and think that he's a competent person. And so whether or not you believe he's a good guy or whatever the fuck, why would you? I'd be like, well, I mean, if I knew a YouTube dude, like a guy I didn't really know, but I was like, oh man, Jade, yeah. And then they're like, showed you.
Yeah,
this.
6 Oaks, that's pretty much a given. Anytime, and depending on departments, locations, that kind of thing, we were allowed to remove the probes from our person. Other places, they require medics to show up and remove the probes. But yeah, you always have EMS come do an evaluation.
I mean, that's for your to cover your ass, if nothing else, right? I mean, nobody likes other people in their business, but if an EMT comes and then EMS or whatever comes and then they look at it, you're like, cool. So that guy can't come back with some shit on you or something, right?
Yeah, I get you, dickbag. Meade County, nobody gives a fuck. You're right.
You can't even count sodas. So Dr. Phil, UCR reports are intended to track crime rates. Shouldn't a UCR report identify one of the criminal offenses that the FBI tracks? I didn't see charges in the report. Yeah, that's the other piece of this, is that they never
clarified. I mean, the last paragraph of just about every report I've ever written usually states, based on the above facts as stated, I'm requesting the following charges on this individual, and then I list the chapter and all of that stuff, what that crime is, but there's nothing in this. But this just says synopsis investigation.
Yeah, it could be. I was going to say, to be whatever, see the devil's advocate sort of on this, even though it doesn't surprise you they don't have that information in there, but it seems to cut it off at Amber. Why Amber didn't submit the whole fucking police report, I don't know. Like, if you're going to do it, how would you know that this is real? How would you verify this?
Be back in 1 second.
You'd have to I'm going to look up what I look up Meade County jailer. Okay. May 14th. Okay, so this is Look at fucking Doofus. I don't know why they call me Peanut Head. This isn't Nam, Mitchell. Hold on, guys. I'm actually going to use this to refill my iced tea.
Hey, where'd he go? Can I talk shit about him while he's not here? Wow. Yeah, why would Amber submit anything unless she was in the vehicle? Well, she may have been. Like I said, there's so much missing out of this, and it's not formatted the way most police reports are formatted. I've read police reports from other states, other jurisdictions, other areas, and there's little certain things they change. Like in the opening, some departments require you to put, I was in full police uniform and a fully marked cruiser. Others don't. It's just, yeah. Oh, he came back though. That's all right. I talk shit about him to his face anyway. It don't matter.
This is true. I strike fear in no man.
That's right. Not like Saltzman. Man, I'm going to start wearing hockey shin pads.
God, I'm so glad you put me onto that, dude. That was fantastic.
I was pissing myself laughing watching it. That's why I said, "Oh, I got to send this to Josh and Hippie."
And I'm glad you did.
Ground control to Major Tom. Your circuit's dead. There's something wrong. Can you hear me, Major Tom? Can you hear me? Major Tom!
Major Tom, Donovan, member for 29 Mesas. Big earn for Kentucky Governor KY 2027.
Yeah, and you're 100% correct, Bernsey. It's all about the details. And if it's not in the report, then, it makes it hard to talk about when you're in court. It's not good. Well, how come that's not in your report? Duh. Yeah.
It just seems, if you don't write it down. Oh, sorry. Tom Donovan, thank you very much for the support for all these years. Still doesn't matter though.
So we're
Tommy, you ain't getting your TV back. And fuck you.
You ain't getting that shit back.
Shit,
back.
Major Tom's been putting up with you for 20. Well, I've been putting up with you longer than that, but that's beside the point.
Well, the thing is, I always got taught and told, if you don't write it in a report, it might as well not have happened. So, like, you want your reports written well, and I mean, I did with detail, because I wanted people to know what the fuck happened. Also, I felt like it was a cover your ass thing again.
So the only sheriff's office person that was there was whited.
Yeah,
that and the detective.
Yeah,
those were the only two actual patrolling law enforcement trained people that were there.
Constable, but yeah,
the constable doesn't. That's another fucking elected. You're a peace officer guy.
Oh, so I misunderstood. I thought he was still law enforcement. Okay, so why did you?
It's an elected position, and they serve papers and do shit like that and warrants.
Why did who on camera said he would do? Yeah. By the way, up with Kaiser, right? I'd do anything for JJ because he's like family. Yeah, if it wasn't documented, it didn't happen. I mean, picture didn't happen. I get it. But like for us, it was reports because dudes would, like as PSYOP guys, especially, I mean, I've told the story a bunch, so I won't tell it. But one of the teams wrote, they're like, man, it was our friend Juice. He's like, dude, nobody's reading these fucking our sit reps. And so he's like, fuck it. I'm not spending a bunch of time writing out a detailed report if nobody's reading it. And they read his one where it was like, handed out chicken today, gave a chicken to a fat kid, gave a chicken to a skinny kid. Fat kid beat up skinny kid, took his chicken. Assessment. Fat kid, assessment. Skinny kid needs to eat more chicken. And I got asked by General Ham, how crazy is it this? So General Ham at the time was the ADCS for First Cav. He later became, and he was there. We worked under First Cav. They were the space holders.
I've met him, by the way.
I did too. Yeah. He told me this report and he goes, who the fuck do you think that? And he's a big dude. And he's like, who the fuck do you think that helps? And I was like, I didn't write it, sir. I don't know. We took him out on a mission. We took him out in sector. It was fucking wild. I won't tell the whole story, but it was fucking wild. And going out with him. And he's such a big dude. And then he became the CG of AFRICOM. And then when I was working at Africa branch for Army Intel. And then, yes. And then when Billy and Kaiser and JJ started doing the General Alex dude, it was General Ham. I was like, how in the fuck do I keep intersecting with General Ham? Like, I never worked in his office. I did take him out on a cool mission, that was fun in Iraq. And
It's crazy.
So this is the
So the sheriff's department is investigating the whole thing.
Yes.
Within the county. It's a county. The jail is part of the county. And
yep.
Brandenburg. When I went to Enoch, we went to Knox, and they had no housing for senior enlisted, and they had us in some fucking hotel in Brandenburg that got raided the first night we were there for the crackheads on the 3rd floor. And they quickly moved us out of that hotel.
I remember one of the maintenance reports, one of the airframe guys handed in, said one of the panels on the plane was missing a buttload of screws. Okay, so this is Finkel said, I showed Finkel all of this. Not that it mattered. I mean, who cares what Finkel thinks or whatever? But it was just funny to me because I was on, this is a month ago. He was like, show me where JJ did all that. And I was like, okay, here you go. Here's this. And he's like, I don't believe that media source. I said, okay, you can just do it yourself. Well, I don't believe Google. All right. The Meade County jailer is under investigation after he shot at a man during a traffic stop. We read the report that happened. The agency heading up the investigation of J.J. Scarborough is the Meade County Sheriff's Office, who is the Meade County Deputy Sheriff, Ray Whited, who was the only law enforcement official out on the scene. And he is investigating a department located just feet away from his jail. Scarborough denies any wrongdoing during the April 26th shooting, which began when Scarborough said he saw a car roll through a stop sign and ended with shots fired. No, it didn't. It ended with you tasing him. It didn't end with shots fired. I mean, just because you holstered your weapon like a dipshit doesn't mean it's fucking, that's the end of it. Scarborough would not appear on camera to talk about the case Tuesday, but he said he shot at the driver of a 2002 Chevy Cavalier in self-defense. Despite his claims, there is no public record of what happened that night or even an arrest citation for Patrick Joyner, the man police say was behind the wheel.
And I hate to use this term, officer created jeopardy. I hate to use that, but that's what it was. And it makes it a bad shoot all day long. At least up here. Now,
yeah. I mean,
I guess you're good so long as it's not your brother or sister in Kentucky. I don't know.
Right. I mean, I feel like they will both let somebody like clearly JJ is out of control. They'll let somebody like that, but then they won't arrest Ernie. You know, you're like, what are you doing? What are you doing out there? Okay. Joyner, who was charged with drug trafficking in the same case, He said he found white residue on a scale. That's all he said he found. He was charged with drug trafficking. Is also son of Brandenburg Mayor Ronnie Joyner. Andrew Rhodes, Joyner's attorney, wants to know why there's only an April 30 arrest citation detailing a search warrant for Joyner's car. And I guess not subsequent police reports.
So I'm confused too. How can there be two cases when that was found during a search subsequent to arrest?
Also trafficking?
Yeah, residue on a scale doesn't make it trafficking.
Well,
It takes a little more than that.
Freeman Press, I bet you what happens is, I mean, I'm not making any guess on the election. Who knows? I mean, they've elected this dude twice, right? and he's robbing them blind. So who the fuck knows? But I bet you he'll definitely he'll end up at the security company. Him and his wife will run some kind of fucking scam. They'll make fucking buddy no bid contract kind of deals. That's the way they fucking roll, these two. And I'm not speculating. That's what the fiscal court fucking audit said. He entered the jail into no bid contracts. Amber testified to that. So, I mean, this isn't like I'm just like slinging shit at the wall to see what will stick. Meade County Fiscal Court audit found that JJ entered the jail in a no bid contract. So what, you think he's not going to try and get no bid contracts for his security shit?
Hey, I hate to hit and run, but I got to run.
No worries.
Hey, thanks for having me up. This made my head explode.
All day, man. Yeah, man.
It's man, I'm glad I didn't go to the third grade in Kentucky. I never would have graduated.
That's ninth grade. Ninth grade in Kentucky is third grade everywhere else. No offense, Kentucky.
In the end, I've done some PCP.
Yeah, Kentucky.
And there you have it. Hey,
all right,
guys,
man.
have a good evening, and we'll catch you.
All right. Should I boot you? Boom. Oh, whoops. I almost forgot the thing.
Now get your ugly white ass out of here.
Goddamn. All right. We're going to finish up reading this, and then we'll be done. Investigators say they found a scale and a white residue that tested positive for meth, but there's no record of the chase 4 days earlier. Rhodes, the lawyer, said, "I'm overly confused as to why there are two cases here. The one case I see doesn't mention any of that stuff. Meade County officials say they are not releasing information publicly because it will be presented to a grand jury, which will decide whether to pursue charges against Joyner." I'm assuming that never happened. Also, a grand jury indictment is just reason to arrest the guy. I didn't know that. I didn't know this until the Kaiser situation. And actually, Matt Sergeant retired fucking. I thought a grand jury indictment was like a big deal. And it's not. It's basically just saying, hey, we're presenting this. Do we have probable cause to go arrest the guy? That's what I don't know. Is that their place too? But they already arrested him. So that means they're pursuing charges, right? Am I wrong about this? Did they arrest you? I don't know that does it have any, my understanding, but again, my understanding is from an old man that serves in war and races motorcycles. So he's nobody ever accused him of being the sharpest tool in the shed, so to speak, right? No offense, old man. No, but he said it's basically like probable cause to go arrest somebody. Scarborough said, okay, Meade County, okay, Scarborough said he was in a county-owned, unmarked pickup truck. What we learned from the fiscal court audit is that he bought that truck. So off duty, he's rolling around in that truck, just like I was saying, right? Because they said he bought trucks with that fucking in that no bid contract he entered the taxpayers' money into, and then got a kickback for it, and then drove the vehicle all over the place while he's off duty, armed with a pistol and a taser. Scarborough was in a unmarked pickup truck, and I'm at the top, and his lights and sirens were activated when he pulled over Joyner, who initially stopped. That didn't. It's not really what that report said. No body cam or dash cam video is available. Again, crazy convenient, right? WDRB News requested all dispatch audio and 911 calls, which provide insight into what happened that night. Scarborough, I'm in active pursuit with a gray Chevy Cavalier, Hayesville Road. Dispatch, we just had a pursuit when vehicle wrecked at... What? Dispatch, we just had a pursuit when vehicle wrecked at Belleville, whatever. Subject tried to run him over and shots were fired. So when did he call in? When did he call in that he was in this? Or they just really, they didn't say they edited it. 2 weeks later, the Meade County Sheriff's Office released a statement saying Scarborough saw a passenger in Joyner's car get thrown from the vehicle before Joyner took off. Audio from scene. How does this look? I'm in active pursuit. Dispatch, we just had a pursuit when vehicle wrecked. Shots are fired. Audio from scene. We're on 710 between Hayesville, headed toward Guston. Dispatch said Ray Whited, the chief deputy of Meade County Sheriff's Department, and David Greer, a Meade County constable, were also there. But they showed up after. According to their reporting, they showed up after JJ shot the vehicle twice, by the way. 2 different times. Shot the windshield and then got fucking 50 caliber bullets and shot through a fucking engine block, apparently. The jailer said Joyner's unidentified passenger started getting out of the car during the traffic stop. Joyner then took off with his passenger hanging out of the car. Scarborough said he saw Joyner push the passenger out. Dispatch, Meade County, see if you can get a unit out there across from the Baptist Church with 1200 with jailer. Chief deputy, he's got one on the ground up there. What does that mean? Chief deputy's got one on the ground up there. So wait a second. Is this saying that dispatch, that JJ had the dude on the ground and then dispatch sent Ray out there? Holy shit. They made that sound way the fuck different. That report does not sound like this. This is alerting. This, are you guys seeing it this way too? The chief deputy is being alerted that, hey, jailer JJ has somebody on the ground up there. Shots have been fired. Scarborough said the chase lasted about 8 miles, which started stupid roads. Mr. Joyner had spun around in the dirt and lost control of his vehicle, said Paul Nino, a deputy with the Meade County Sheriff's Department. But another dude who was not there, another guy who was not there, another vehicle pulled in front of him and blocked him in. So what we know about that is that's JJ's vehicle. He attempted to go forward and strike the individual with his vehicle. At that time, that's when shots were fired. That is consistent with the report. But it also sounds like JJ did. I mean, you heard, what did Master Sergeant call it? Basically, the cop's putting himself in jeopardy. But Scarborough won't say, okay. Scarborough won't say how many times he shot at Joyner's car. And police won't say either, or even where the car was shot. By the way, the report does not say where he shot the car. He said he attempted at one point. He just said he shot the vehicle. right? And the first thing, I don't think, did he say he shot his windshield? I don't want to, let me see. Did it say he shot? I don't remember if it said windshield or not. I just assumed windshield because if you're pinned between the two cars, let's see, JJ into the engine compartment and towards the front tire area. Wait, the Meade County jailer is pinned between his vehicle and a offender's vehicle. At this time, the Meade County jailer discharged a servant several times through the windshield. Okay, you did say windshield. Now, why they're not telling anybody that? No one was injured. No one is hurt. They need an officer out that way to go from there. Scarborough won't say how many times he shot at Joyner's car, and the police won't say either or where the car was even shot. Police report says it. Kentucky State Police declined to investigate, saying it's a local issue. The jailer said he rarely pulls people over and had only planned to issue a warning for the rolled stop sign until the chase happened. An off-duty, I found it. Thanks. Sorry, I'm looking at the webpage. So an off-duty jailer pulls people over, and he was going to just give a whatchamacallit, a warning. State law gives peace officers, including county jailers, the power to use lights and sirens to pull over vehicles, carry a gun, and make arrests. But are they allowed to do it outside of the jail? Authorities are unwilling to show the car or even a picture of it, saying it's part of the ongoing investigation. It was being stored in our hangar. Huh. Wait, did somebody? Yep. So yeah. So there's that. Here, I can put this in the. I mean, I show this one all the time, but I mean, all you got to do is just Google. You know, you don't even need to trust my shit. Just fucking Google JJ Scarborough. Hasn't he said that? Hasn't he made that claim? I mean, it's nuts what's going. And again, look, I mean, I'll say it. It's, you know, just because we comment on Kentucky people an awful lot. I mean, Chris is an imperfect victim. I mean, Chris is a fucking doofus, but it's not hard to see how they fucking operate down here, down there. If he is a peace officer, then he is required to do 40 hours training a year in Kentucky. Someone needs to check that out. You're not going to believe it. Freeman Press has. I don't know if the video is up. I'm not going to go over it today, but Freeman Press has that video. It shows the training. You can look it, and he shows how you can repeat his work. That's why he's good at that stuff. I mean, because basically it shows you, hey, this is what I did. This is how I got it. This is how you can repeat to find the information that I found. And it shows that JJ has not done training. I don't know the specifics of it, so I won't, but it definitely shows he's not post-certified, and I think he was like late. He hadn't done training yet or something. Oh, I thought you had, okay. I thought that one database you were showing with the post-certification. I was thinking that showed other training too, but well, this is the truth. I don't know why GS decided. I mean, I do know why. It's because he is a deeply insecure dude who seeks validation for something in his life because he just feels like he's a failure. In really all regards, you know. In all regards, which, by the way, he ain't wrong. But he was looking for YouTube shit. Why in the fuck YouTube clout? Maybe this was going to hit him big, right? Shoot him up into the auditor sphere kind of thing, and tap into that auditor money. But that didn't work out. I don't know why he wants to involve himself in this. It's very fucking weird. Who the fuck wants to be at court when you don't have to be at court? Why? I'm not gonna lie, he makes funny YouTube though. He did the one class breathalyzer. All right, cool. All right, well that's it. I didn't smoke much at all. That was but let's finish with this.